Welcome back everyone to another episode of FC25 Ultimate Team. In the last episode, we were so close to making it to Division 4, but ultimately we ended up back in Division 6. Thanks again for that, EA. We will make it to Division 4 if it kills me, and on the start of that journey, when I logged in, I noticed that some new cards had been released, and it got me questioning. Should I buy one of the promo packs using the coins that we've earned over this series? But ironically, EA stopped me because I noticed some of the packs aren't even tradable. EA are now baiting people into buying packs that you can't even make any money back on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just a new low for EA. Now at the time of editing this video, my last one reached 2,000 views and I've gained 9 subscribers. Just a quick thank you to anyone who subscribed, watched or commented. I wasn't expecting it to do that well. Speaking of comments, a couple of you told me to change the camera angle to co-op or telebroadcast. I already have the camera set to co-op, but I hadn't changed the height and zoom, so I went into settings and changed that, and as you'll see throughout the video, it turned out to be a really great game changer for us. So currently we're sitting at the bottom of Division 6 with a long way to climb. Let's jump right into the first game. Right from kickoff, I felt confident, and that goal from Inaki Williams would set the tone for a lot of the goals in this episode. 10 minutes later, and Lewandowski was clean through. He wasn't going to miss that. One disconnect later, and the first win was in the bag. Game 2 did not start so well though, but Williams shook us into life with this outrageous overhead kick to the near post. He was a standout in this game, and before the 10th minute was over, he put us 2-1 up. I felt immediately that I was just in the zone for whatever reason, and then Lewandowski confirmed that by putting us 3-1 ahead. The man of the match Williams put the game to bed in the 75th minute. 2 wins on the bounce. Yeah, it probably was because I'm in Div 6, but it did feel good to be winning again. Game 3, and this time it was Marlon's turn to step up to the plate, taking advantage of something that we've all done, a terrible pass out from the keeper. Compared to other divisions, the players just seem to be a bit better, making use of the space, more accurate passes and better defending. I'll go a bit more in depth on that in a minute though. So 3 on the bounce put us at a ×2 for wins, and we were now at the first checkpoint, but quickly brought back down to earth though in the next game with Thuram tearing me apart. Then the return of the turning circle with Crespo put this guy 2 up before 30 minutes. So Thuram got him to 3 up and then completed his hat-trick to make it 4. Thank God we made it to the checkpoint, otherwise that could have been the start of our downfall. Game 4 put us right back on track though. It could just be the EA scripting, as seen by the lucky bounce off the defender into the net. Yep, I think I'd have been upset if I conceded like that too. We'd managed to get a penalty in the 13th minute, and I have to say, I love Lewandowski on these. The little stutter that he does in his run-up sometimes makes the keeper dive before the ball has even been struck, which makes scoring them a lot easier. Now I do want to show what I mean about feeling confident. We have the ball with Koeman, and normally I'd try to pass into Lewandowski's feet or even Marlon, but I thought let's switch the play to create more space and pass it down the line and see what happens. Looking back on it now, I should have squared this to Lewandowski, but instead I took the shot, and although I missed, it gives you an idea of what I mean about everything just being a bit cleaner and a bit better. This carried on throughout the game and the ones that followed. We ended up sealing the victory with yet another Lewandowski goal. We are well on our way to the Division 6 title. Moving on to Game 5, and just after half time, we were 2-1 up with Lewandowski pushing it to an easy 3-1, and then what I thought would be a nice easy 4-1, but it was called offside. Let's check that. That is a close call. It must have been Wirtz's foot that's off. What's more impressive is that he hasn't fallen over with his feet like that. So halfway through the division, and we are sailing along comfortably, and in Game 6, even though we went 1-0 down, I just felt that it didn't really matter. I could beat the EABS, if you will. I was right as well. The stuff that usually happens to me was happening to the other team, and just before half time, Wirtz scored a screamer with the outside of his boot to put us ahead. Finally, with a cheeky chip, Koeman, who doesn't score that often, put the game to bed for us. Game 7, if you can believe it, right after the 1 minute mark, Marlon finessed one into the corner, followed by a double from Lewandowski, which led to the guy quitting out. To be honest, I can't blame him either. I've been on the receiving end of plenty of these games, and it is pure frustration. Game 8 was a breeze, 3-0 up at 63 minutes, with Williams putting us 4 goals to the good. We got another quit, which meant 1 more win, and we would be champions.
Frimpong in the fullback positions. Kingsley Coman plays inside the box to make it 1-0.
Yes, 1-0 up inside 10 minutes, and we'd been here before. On his next attack, I immediately had flashbacks to last episode where we bottled it in the championship games multiple times, and I feared it happening yet again. And can you believe it? He bagged a great goal with Grealish. 1-1. Just before halftime, we went 2-1 down. It was happening again. To make it worse, we went 3-1 down and then 4-1. I just couldn't get anything going my way. I was honestly distraught. A few of you commented on the last video that this happens to you as well. Just the worst feeling. I questioned to myself why I do this sometimes. We ended up losing 7-4 and now needing 2 wins to get the promotion. But I wasn't going to just give up. Immediately searched for another game, and we came up against a ridiculous team. And to be honest, I didn't really care. One thing I will say though is how much I liked the stadium. The camera settings worked really well in this one, and we managed to get a penalty for a second game in a row. And the all-reliable Lewandowski was never going to miss from the spot, and we were 1-0 up. Just over 10 minutes later, we were in down the right side. Now I want to mention that this shot is so OP from this angle. The keeper rarely saves them. Inaki Williams has bagged loads of goals from this angle in this episode alone, and it was no different with Lewandowski either. We comfortably saw the match out to be back within 1 win of promotion for a second time. After the match, I went and bought a stadium that would give me a similar camera view to the last match. I'd liked it that much. So we lined up for a second time at our promotion chance, and let me tell you, this was an epic conclusion to the title. We kicked off, and a way to set the tone for the match was a minute later when Martinez fumbled it in defence and let Traore score from the angle that I had done so many times before. So there we were, losing in the final again, and I just couldn't take it. I pushed on with shots with Lewandowski and shots with Marlon. Crosses wouldn't go into the right area, and in the 20th minute, our fate looked to be sealed. But on I pressed, not willing to lie down in defeat again. I was so determined to get at least 1 goal, and then Williams did just that. Marlon was so close to bringing us back level. I could feel the goal on its way. And just before the 57th minute, I was rewarded for my efforts. The man, Lewandowski, smashed it in off the post to bring us back level. Momentum was with us, and not 5 minutes later, Marlon put us 1 ahead. From 2-0 down to 3-2 up, it was a cracker of a game. But with the lead came pressure, and if set pieces are anything to go by, the lead wouldn't last for that long. Williams parted like the Red Sea and let Gallagher just waltz through. But we got away with it until we didn't. A silly goal to concede. After we attacked without luck and defended for our lives, in the 88th minute, Traore had broken through. It was a surefire goal, but Courtois had pulled out an almighty save. Martinez pumps it up the field to Coman, controlled and smashed up to Marlon. Could this be one last attack? Charging down the line, turns back, tries to drive forward but is stopped by Walker. Walker presses forward but only finds Davies. Wirtz past Camavinga, forward to Lewandowski. It comes off the defender, back to Wirtz, takes it out wide and passes to Coman. Coman drives into the box and Walker in with the sliding tackle. Penalty given in the 92nd minute. Can you believe it? Can Lewandowski step up and be the hero which takes the team to Division 5? And that was it, the winner to seal promotion. You cannot make this stuff up. Division 6 champions. The pressure in that moment was huge. All the other times we'd bottled it, and in the biggest moment out of all the games, we'd managed to pull through. With that, we'd made it back to Division 5, but I wasn't done there. Division 4 is where we need to be to get this series back on track, and nothing was going to stop us. were destroying Division 5. It was going to be better than Division 6. Let's jump right into the next game where I'll show you how EA logic is stupid. So Leao passes Alaba, and in my mind, as soon as this happens, Martinez should change his run to cover for Alaba, but instead, Martinez carries on running in a straight line right up until the shot is taken, meaning there is zero chance of ever stopping that goal, no matter what you do. As proof that EA can do this, 2 minutes later, Martinez is out of position, and Davies should change to cover his run, which he does, and Alaba stays on the attacker, as he should, because Davies goes over to cover. I don't understand how the same logic isn't applied to the earlier clip. Anyway, we are 1-0 down, and Marlon makes a great run into the box and is brought down by the defender. Up steps Lewandowski, who smashes it into the top right corner, assuming that the other player quit or disconnected, which was annoying, but we hadn't lost the multiplier, which was the main thing, and we were right into the next game. We started on a positive note, through with Williams, but I got caught out with the other player bringing out his keeper slightly, and I thought I could chip him, which ended in a terrible shot. But 3 minutes later, Marlon broke the deadlock with a shot to the near post. The near post shot seems really OP in this game. Then not 2 minutes later, he managed to pull it back level, and then he successfully did what I could not with Williams and chipped me to take the lead. We are not ones to give up though, and a quality pass from Marlon put Coman through, and yet again that near post shot seems to rarely miss. 15 minutes after halftime, we'd won a corner which was swung in by Coman, and Lewandowski headed it onto the post but was quick to react and deservedly tucked it into the net to take the lead. Just after the 70th minute, Marlon was brought down in the box again, and the promotion man himself stepped up to make it 4-2. However, in the 84th minute, Inaki Williams made it 4-3, which was a bit worrying, but we managed to defend for our lives, and actually we went ahead by 2 again in the 88th minute. So with the win in the bag, this meant that we were just 1 away from storming our way to Division 4 and being crowned champions. We've been in this position at the end of last episode, and that did not end well for us. So I was nervous going into this one. However, I was going to give it my all though, and we had made a good start with a shot from Marlon, but so did he, and Rafinha almost put him ahead. And with a shot from Williams that should have gone in and a failed overhead from Lewandowski, it was still even. We looked like the side that were going to take the lead, but in the 15th minute, we went 1-0 down. Yet again, it felt like we were going to lose this promotion, but I was determined to not let it go that easily. And 2 minutes later, our promotion man Lewandowski rifles the ball into the top corner, putting us level at 1-1. And then we turned on the afterburners, inching closer and closer with each attack, determined to find a way through. And just before half-time, who else but Lewandowski to put us 2-1 up. He has been such a good SBC, leading us to the Division 6 title, and now putting us in prime position for the Division 5 title, and cemented it for us just after half time to go 2 ahead. Now I'd love to say it was a hard fought battle after that, but the guy cued a pause and left the game, meaning we won and are now Division 5 champions. It's a bit anticlimactic, but really it doesn't matter. We are back in Division 4 where we belong, and let me tell you, our sights are firmly set on Division 3. It's been a long old battle with plenty of losses and emotions, but we are back where I feel that we do belong. I decided to take a quick look at the Division 4 rewards, and they are pretty good, so hopefully we can either buy another player or 2, or even buy another team, maybe pull someone from a pack after claiming it. We'll find out in the next episode. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.